A couple nights ago, my wife and I were woken up from a dead sleep in the middle of the night by this huge crashing sound coming from the main room of the RV. So your first thought is, uh-oh, I think a kid probably just fell out of bed, or something crashed in the main room, we weren't really sure. You're not really thinking right in the middle of the night anyway. So we ran downstairs, looked around, didn't see anything out of place, and went back to bed. Ultimately, we decided it must have been the dog crate making noise. Sometimes when the dog shakes in the middle of the night or shifts the wrong way, it kind of bangs on the metal bars. But we weren't really sure. Ironically enough, this actually isn't even the first time this has happened. So the next day, when I tried to turn on the heat pump to get some heat going, obviously it's cold out now in October, it wasn't working. You could hear the heat pump come on, but there was no air blowing out of the air ducts from the ceiling. This same exact thing actually happened to us once before when we were staying with family. The noise was so loud that I went outside to go check to see if anything was wrong. My brother-in-law actually came out of his house too because he said he thought he heard a sound like fireworks going off. So the first time this happened, the plastic blower wheel inside the AC unit cracked and a couple of the fins had actually come off of the wheel while it was spinning and bounced around inside the vents right under the AC unit. And that's what caused that loud crashing sound. So I'm 99% sure that this is another blower wheel that has gone out on us. So I'm going to go up on the roof, check it out, and hopefully have this thing repaired pretty quick. So our fifth wheel has two Coleman Mach AC units. The back one is the only one with a heat pump, so it gets a whole lot more use than the front one does, which is why when this happened in the first place, it was in the back one, and surprise, surprise, it happened in the back one again. The first time this happened, I ended up taking the blower wheel out of the front one to put it in here so I would still have heat. Next, I ordered two more blower wheels, one of them to replace the one that I had taken out of the front, and a spare because apparently this happens all the time. It's a really common problem. Now it's time to dig into this thing and check out that blower wheel. I've not actually opened this thing up since I heard that loud crash the other night, so if it's not the blower wheel, I guess I'm gonna look really stupid. All you really need to take the shroud off is a number 2 Phillips. Take out 4 of these bolts and the shroud pops right off. Next up is a 3/8" socket to get these 4 nuts off of the blower wheel shroud. So sure enough, as soon as the second cover came off, you can see inside here to the blower wheel, and I can already see missing fins in there. Next up, you want a T25 star bit to get that screw off of the blower wheel so this whole thing can slide off of the motor. Well, there it is. That'll do it. 2 or 3 of those fins flying off at high speed will definitely make quite the crashing sound in your roof in the middle of the night. You definitely want to look down inside the vent from here to make sure that you didn't leave any extra fins behind that may have broken off. I had 2 right here at the front. Then I had to dig a little bit further to find the third one, but I can count on the broken blower wheel itself that it was missing 3 fins, so I know I've got all the pieces out now. Now it's time to install the new one. Now that the new one's in, all that's left to do is test it before reassembling the whole thing. Well, that is that. It'll be nice to have the heat pump working again, and it looks like I'll have to be ordering another one of these as a spare for the future. Hopefully this one lasts another couple of years before it inevitably goes. I will definitely leave a link in the description below where you can order yourself a blower wheel should you need one. If you do have any kind of Coleman Mach AC unit for your RV, I do suggest that you at least get one of these on hand for a spare. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.